Good morning, good morning. Sorry for that thumbnail there. I Actually, I took another picture for my thumbnail. I'll change it after I upload this video. But good morning to everyone. Happy Saturday. Hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. The crypto markets have fallen below $1 trillion in market cap again. So, I've been thinking a lot about this market and what I want to do over this next bear market of this couple years to the next Bitcoin halving. And I want to remove, not only go heavier into crypto, but I want to remove the concept of diversification for me. For me. Now take that very seriously. This is for me. I don't recommend really anyone to do it, but certainly not everyone. And I just want to make my case in a simple way on why I'm going essentially all in, and where I'm willing to cash out refinance properties. I am willing to even take on leverage if we go to certain levels. Not yet. And why I'm willing to do these things during this crypto market. So want to throw that at everyone and kind of hear out my reasoning. This channel is a video log of kind of my investing and certainly crypto journey. So the last bear market, I diversified. I bought, growth stocks. I bought, what else did I buy? I bought dividend stocks. I bought real estate. I started a business. I did a lot of things. Not that I regret any of those. But this market, I'm looking to essentially pick, 10 coins and put the vast majority of my net worth into it. And I'm picking 10 coins, roughly 5 to 10. We'll call it 5, 10. I'll make more videos about what those coins are. If you have questions about them, feel free to let me know. But and something that I've always thought about, I learned from Mark DeMesso, is the Kelly formula. So the Kelly formula says, what's the probability of outcome and the rate of return? And that's how much of your current hand, your current bag, you should put into certain investments or even bets. The Kelly formula is often used by even gamblers, right? And like successful ones, like gambling is, certainly not something that you want to use in your investing strategy per se, but this is a useful strategy. And I made a whole video about it. If you go on my channel and you look up Brian Giffen Kelly formula, I'll give you an example on how to use the Kelly formula when making investment choices and decisions. So yeah, the Kelly formula has been helpful to me. And I ignored it and under allocated into crypto. And right here, we're coming back down under $1 trillion in market cap. And it's quite possible we revisit the last market top again. We can double bottom here at around 850 billion. I think we're somewhere around 950 billion. So we can certainly go lower, and we could even maybe possibly wick down and go below that one. So, I don't know. But what I do know is crypto is going to be much, much higher. And if I had to, just think in my head and look at everything, I think crypto will reach a $6 trillion market cap by 2025, pretty modestly. Like that's with pretty decently high probability, like more probable than not probable. So that's how I look at investing, is probability of outcome and rate of return. So my probability of outcome, I would say modestly 70%, with the rate of return on the total market cap from here roughly a 6x, with many coins outperforming that. So many coins outperforming that, there's be several coins that can 10x from here. And so, and there'll be some coins that maybe don't. So that's what I'm looking at. And not only do I like crypto as an investment and rate of return, it's very attractive when looking at how it's able to I want to be careful on how I word some of these things. To me, it's the most peaceful tool to disassemble the federal government. Not only our federal government, but any federal government. And I think that's very important. I think it's very important for society to have this tool. So it's not only a great investment, it's a very noble investment. It's a very brave investment. You'll hear, like, on the downside is that, governments are going to clamp down on crypto, right? And I think of how they could do these things. And essentially, I think like they can make non-custodial wallets illegal. That doesn't scare me too much, because what I would do is I would just relocate. And I don't think every government in the world is going to be able to make all these things criminal acts and throw everyone in jail. And I think the pockets that reject this will be the prosperous places to be and the safer places to be. And, you know, and also, like, let's say for some reason, even though I think it's probable, this is a very good investment because it's probable outcome of a very high return, I think, like, even on the downside, if you fail and the governments take over everything, well, excuse my language, but take me out the fucking pasture and you can shoot me there. Like, I'm not trying to live in a world with a thumb down on me of the state. Like, we have the most powerful technology to subvert the state and peacefully disassemble the federal government. That, like, this is our chance, people, wake up. This is, if you were alive during the American Revolution, would you be saying, well, the Redcoats have such a big army and the crown has so much money, we shouldn't, be our free sovereign country over here? And to be actually honest, the minority of people were the rebels that fought the American Revolution. It was actually the majority that were loyalists to the crown. And that'll probably be somewhat similar in this turn of events. The more freedom-leading places will be a strong minority. You don't need to necessarily have majority, but you have to have a passionate and strong minority. And I think crypto gives hope for enough people to be that strong minority. And so not only does this have an attractive investment opportunity for people, but it also, helps humanity with the most toxic thing in their lives, and that's governments. A body that has the monopolization of force over you. So to me, that gives a lot of excitement as well. So, and that's why, like, I'm interested not only to just invest in crypto, but why I will do things like work in the Bitcoin Cash community or invest in coins that make this probability a little bit more likely. Bitcoin Cash, Monero, and any other coins I think have a chance. Don't get me wrong, I'll speculate into things. But I think if you can pick 5 to 10 coins that you feel have a shot to still be a relevant coin in 2025, I think you can do very well. And if you don't know, the halving cycle causes these bull markets every 4 years. And it's something important to look at here. Bitcoin did not do very well versus its previous all-time high. So I think it's likely we get Ethereum flippening this market. And not saying that to invest in Bitcoin, I'm not telling you what to invest in, but I do think it's Bitcoin only 3x its 2017 top. So it will likely probably go up, and maybe it does a 2x, maybe Bitcoin goes to 120,000 or something next bull market. But that's only from here, that's what, a 6x. So that's pretty indicative of why I think it's probable we go to 6 trillion, because I think it will continue to be less parabolic on the way up. And the total market cap went from 850 billion to 3 trillion. So that was more than a 3x. So I think it's probable we could easily 2x. So this is why, I think these are modest outcomes, and with a high probability of outcome too. So and what I mean by this, like, I am willing to drastically change what I did last bear market, this bear market, because I was very diversified, but I paid a high price and opportunity cost if I was more focused on one of the most explosive assets, in the world, and the best performing asset. And I think 2025 could be like the last real great one, where you can get these, somewhat almost like normal 10x returns. Buy Ethereum at $90 like I did last bear market. Buy Bitcoin Cash at $80 or something like that, or buy, pick your coin. Buy Cardano at 20 cents. I was able to buy a lot of coins at these levels. And I bought crypto today. I bought more crypto today. And if you've been following this channel, like, I took a $30,000 loss on Voyager. But in crypto, dude, you get cheat codes all the time. You get new opportunities, you get bear markets, and just take care of your crypto, learn your lessons, and you will do, in my opinion, not financial advice, you can do very well. So, yeah, it's, the gloves are off for me in this bear market. Some people are calling me to invest in real estate, do this, do that. I'm like, why? If you like real estate a lot, right? Why wouldn't you buy crypto now? Because in 2025 you can get a lot more real estate. Whatever you like, you can get a lot more of by buying crypto, in my opinion. So, adding to that, there's one other investment I will be doing that's kind of apart from it, but my business will be doing an acquisition. So a lot of business income that I could put into crypto has to go into an acquisition over the next 2 years. But my funds, my investments, will be acquiring crypto currencies. So, and I mean, if you've been in this space for a while, I think you should consider this more than if you only got in this last cycle. Because if you don't understand the bear market, it can get long, it can get grueling. Crypto can go lower than you think. And crypto can definitely go lower than you think. I hear these calls for $10,000, $11,000 Bitcoin. People are calling that because Bitcoin would make an 85% drop, which is done every cycle. So there we go. What coin am I going heaviest? That's hard to say. The coins you end up sometimes going heaviest on, you can end up with a lot less of those coins when the market does what the market does. So like, I only bought 2 coins last bear market. I just bought Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. That was it. 2 coins. I ended up having a lot more Ethereum just because Ethereum performed so well compared to Bitcoin Cash. I mean, both of them outperformed the stock market. Both of them outperformed real estate. Crypto outperforms everything. And if you've been in for a while and it looks like it, it's in front of you. And I don't want to have the same regret I had during this last bull market. I did very well. It was some of the best returns I've ever had. But I felt like I knew better. And if you can gain that wisdom over time, if you've been in this market for a little while, I've been in this market for, feels like 6-7 years, something like that. Yeah, I'm so fortunate to be in this market. And we can really work to peacefully disassemble the federal government by growing these assets. So super exciting stuff, guys. Just got a workout in. I'm gonna go bike home. Kind of an update I'll be making, some other videos just talking about what coins I'm buying exactly. Off the top of my head, I bought this morning just a little bit of everything. I buy all the coins I think are just likely to be around. Right? That's how I diversify. Like I buy all the blue chip cryptos. Pretty much I don't buy anything outside of the top 30 or 40. Pick 5 to 10 of those. Did I sell any crypto? Yeah, I sold a little bit. Actually, I sold a decent chunk of Ethereum on the way down when the market was going below the fair market value line on the Trello chart. I unloaded a decent chunk of Ethereum, around 2,500 bucks, and I've since bought back pretty much everything I sold. But I just knew we were gonna capitulate when we lost that kind of support. But we're down here at the bottoms of fair market value. Bitcoin Cash only in forever. I mean, I think that's very noble. Going all in just Bitcoin Cash. Even, I certainly will go heavy into Bitcoin Cash. That will not be my strategy, just to go all in one coin, even though I think the coin's gonna do very well. Even just on principle, like why would, oh shit, I'm still off my bike. The world also needs Monero. Like the world needs a great public ledger, which is Bitcoin Cash, that has some privacy features to it. Sorry, I'm tying my shoe. But we also need a great private ledger. And it's hard not to get bullish on Monero when you think about how the world really needs a private ledger. It really needs privacy. And Monero is hard to ignore with that. Other coins, will do other things that blockchains are useful. Ethereum, maybe Cardano, maybe Polkadot, Dogecoin's making a running at a cash coin. In terms of dealing with I've held Bitcoin, for a long time. I've sold off lots of my Bitcoins, and lost because of that. But I do think, I wonder in the bear market if Bitcoin dominance will climb. It really hasn't gone past like 45%, which is fascinating. Which it means one of two things: either one, Bitcoin is getting very weak, or we really haven't seen full capitulation. I thought you would see Bitcoin dominance climb up to over 60% plus. Last bear market, Bitcoin held over 80% of total market value. So we haven't seen that. And the Bitcoin, the Bcasher in me says it's the failure of the project. But also I want to be vigilant to, like, maybe I don't know what part of the market we're in yet right now, the bear market, because we got 2 years. We got 2 years to go sideways, go down. You like Dot, Link for diversifying? Sure. They're both they're real projects. I've seen Link community out at crypto events. It's a real community. They got real people building. So I think it's real. They're trying to do something useful in the ecosystem. Even if these coins don't even pan out to do shit, like they're gonna just get the pump because the halving, the supply chain shock, and then people over romanticize these investments. And it's easy to over romanticize crypto because it's so powerful, but it took the internet 30 years to become something amazing, right? We're still not even a third of that. So so what I'm saying is that you don't know what ecosystems are actually going to end up flourishing, but I can tell you there's real work going on in these communities, which is important, just to make sure you're not buying a rug, So I try to buy things like that. But there's going to be some amazing winners in 2025 that we don't even know about right now. Do I want to try to chase that? Maybe some greedy part of me does, but there's enough. I think if you pick 5 to 10 coins in the top 40, you can do either. You can probably buy at least 4, 5, 10 Xers, 10 baggers. So just food for thought. Anyone else? Does anyone else here who here has the majority of their wealth in cryptocurrency? Because I probably, with real estate, equity in business, stocks and everything, I'm so diversified. It's not, I don't have the majority. And I have to change that. And this is my chance. I don't want to sell my property, but I will borrow against it. With borrowing money is actually super powerful. A lot of people think it's dangerous, but borrowing money, money's so cheap. If you can borrow it, they just print it like nothing, and they give these, super low interest rates. And rich people borrow lots of money. Companies, billion-dollar companies, they have huge amounts of, dollar worth debt on their balance sheet to acquire assets. Using debt to get assets is a logical thing, but they teach you all the wrong stuff. They teach you, for people that don't know what they're doing, if they leverage at the top or do dumb stuff. But if you can use these financial tools that the wealthiest people in the world use, you can become exponentially wealthy. So what I'm trying to say in a very conservative way is find the alpha in you to be strong during tough markets, to use tools that people tell you not to use, like you need to diversify, you shouldn't use leverage, you shouldn't borrow against your real estate, blah blah blah. Man, that's dumb. Especially if you kind of know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then give your don't give your money to someone else to invest. Figure out it's your money. Figure out what you're doing with your money. Be responsible. Own your keys. Grow the fuck up. See you guys in my next video. If I can get out of here.